What's up, guys? Welcome to the Alamo City Geek Speak. My name is P.
My name is Justin.
I'm Brandon.
This is Jared.
And today we're going to be talking about a number of different things. More than likely, we're going to talk about a lot of good stuff in Nintendo and, some bad. We're also going to talk about some stuff that we have planned for the rest of the duration of the podcast and the show. Some new things that are coming up with the actual YouTube channel. And just some general goodness, I guess is what we want to call it.
General goodness?
General goodness.
General goodness?
Is that anything like Admiral Not Goodness?
Weak Joe.
You can go home. Right out the gate with a groaner.
You can stop recording already.
That was the sound of me stopping the recording.
Yeah. And then
It sounds like a TiVo.
Let's just
I don't hear you leaving.
let's just glaze over that, shall we?
So,
Gloss, not glaze.
like we do every single episode,
donuts.
we're going to go into what have we been doing lately. Justin, you start us off.
I get to start it for once. This is really neat. Well, unless we do one-on-one, then I get to do it. Either way.
Yeah.
Video games. Go figure. Playing a lot more Fallout. Actually, also, during PlayStation's Black Friday sale or Cyber Monday sale, I picked up Wolfenstein: The Old Blood.
Oh, how's that?
Dude, it's pretty neat. They take it back to the old... Because did you ever play the New Order?
Yes, I did.
Okay, so the New Order was really kind of focused around General Death Set being creepy with like super soldiers and shit.
It was a really badass game.
It was a really badass game, but this one, The Old Blood, kind of takes it back to the original idea of the Nazis just looking for super paranormal shit. So I'm to the point where I'm fighting zombies. It's pretty neat. You get to break their heads with a pipe.
That is kind of cool.
Other than that, I'm just trying to make sure that I'm getting some video content together for our upcoming YouTube stuff.
Right.
All those
We'll get into that.
awesome stuffs. And, oh yeah, did I mention Fallout? So just buy Fallout.
Really? Motherfucking Fallout.
Brandon?
I wouldn't have guessed.
Right?
We were playing, I had you and Jared over the other night. We played Night Squad, which I got on Xbox Live. It was one of the free games for the month. And
Super fun.
it's so fun. It's just like a
stupid
top-down, mayhem. It's like a brawler.
Okay.
But I mean, it's kind of like one hit, you're dead kind of thing. You can pick up powers, you can get shields and boomerangs, long swords, things like that make it better. But it has its own challenges. It's got different types of match modes. It's pretty neat. So if it's still on there, if anyone's listening, check it out. I had fun with it for a free game. I thought it was
Dude, it's a $15 game.
It got that campy, fun, Castle Crashers kind of feel to it.
We played it for 3 hours.
I downloaded it when you mentioned it. I was like, yeah, I got to check that out.
And it's up to 8 players, so I mean, you can legitimately have a great party game going on.
Yeah.
Lots of screaming. There was lots of laughter.
I'm pretty sure I topped every match. But
We're not going to talk about the one game type you were better at. We're not going to do that.
You mean all of them?
Was it whose is longest?
No.
Swords?
The swords?
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, it was the swords.
I used to play this when, I was a little boy.
You know what?
I think you need to go to therapy.
I still maintain that when we were playing, it was pretty cold.
Glossing.
Yeah, I didn't have my stuff with me, so I couldn't bring up anything.
And the frost sometimes make the blade stick, so...
There was some other... Oh, yes, we played Mount Your Friends.
Oh, my God.
At your place.
Dude, Mount Your Friends.
Me and Jacob and Justin were playing Mount Your Friends, and I started getting, again, too good at it because I just started, practicing over and over, and I was, getting the hang of all these moves. If you've ever played Mount Your Friends, you know how, ridiculous and kind of gross it is?
I've never heard of that.
Oh, my God. So we're going to watch some YouTube stuff after this, FYI.
Yeah. We'll put a link in the description, too, for you guys.
Yes.
For fun.
Check out the swinging dongness that is Mount Your Friends. Other than that, I've just been working and shopping for Christmas.
Oh, shit, haven't we all? Seriously.
Dude, 50% off at Old Navy on Black Friday. Hit that shit up.
Got some
We got lots of fitted shirts. I did.
What? V-necks. Jared,
Show your chest here.
The only thing that I have been playing besides the normal Super Smash fun that is, I downloaded during Xbox One's Black Friday sale the Telltale Games Game of Thrones season.
Yeah. I played chapter 1.
I just played through chapter 1, and I'm as pissed as I am happy about it.
Yeah.
Just because I forgot going into it was Game of Thrones, and everyone you love dies. It's just how it goes.
Still super glitchy? Because I remember when I was playing it, there was like a scene with a horse, and the horse just didn't show up. Like the sound and audio cues were all there, but you're just like, I died.
I didn't have any of those problems. I think
I was also playing it on the 360, and this was about a year ago. It was probably the beginning of this year.
George R. Martin was like, "Here, Brandon, this is yours."
Well, it wasn't on my end.
I don't think it talks that way.
My name is George R. R. Martin.
Yeah.
My magazine.
George R. R. Martin.
This was my game.
So really great. I picked it up. I picked up the whole season. I think it was for like $10.
Don't sue us, George R. R. Martin.
He's not gonna. What he's gonna say is like,
he's gonna write a book
for the White Walker.
We get a fucking cease and desist because you made fun of him.
I didn't know George R. R. Martin was like a marble mouth fanatic.
You fucking Sauron.
You're my old black guy coming.
He does sound like King Kai.
Anyway, I tried
Josh, no.
Anyway,
Wait. Since we brought it up, so that everyone can hear it, Justin, do how you think every episode of Dragon Ball Z goes.
Okay, so really quickly, and if anyone's upset about this, it's because I did it right.
You're probably right.
Preface the whole thing.
The whole thing is, first of all, you see any character, and they're brought into a fight with the arch enemy of the game. Gohan, for example, when he becomes an adult, or even a kid, he's always doing this. He makes that sound. It's like, there's no way he's more powerful than me. He's over 9,000. And then Vegeta's always like, come on, Goku, you can't be like that. And Goku's like, come on, Vegeta, we're trying to do things over here and use my Kamehameha. And Frieza's like, like his little laughs like that. He's fucking, he's
super perfect.
Wait, what about Piccolo? What's Piccolo?
Oh, Piccolo's like, come on, guys, I gotta use my special beam cannon. And he always touches his forehead.
And Krillin's always dead.
That was actually...
Yamcha's died more times than Krillin. Let's just
yeah,
go
at
ahead
this
and
point,
throw that out there.
Yeah, but
but
Yamcha doesn't try to pretend to be something he's not.
Yeah, dude, seriously. Like,
Yamcha's terrible.
Listen, everyone's like, oh, he got killed. Well, Yamcha got blown up by a goddamn Cyberman. How do you stop that?
Cyberman?
Cyberman. It's actually whatever, man. Cyber something.
They prefer the pronoun...
Cyber people. Thank you very much. Keep it politically correct. But, let's go back to the Game of Thrones, because I can talk about how much Dragon Ball Z pisses me off. Which is really weird, because I like the show.
This is something Justin and I go back and forth about all the time.
I played the Game of Thrones game on the PC, and the only thing that kind of threw me off, maybe after they patched it might have been fixed, but every time, remember the first scene where the horse comes running down?
That's the
and
one
more horse
problems.
and you have to dodge to the right or something like that. I would hit dodge to the right, but then it would show up as a red X, like you missed. And every single, I think I went through it 10 times where I kept getting railed by this horse. And
Wait.
Okay, I meant to say nailed by, the horse killed me. So, I kept getting killed by this horse. And every time it would just and it hit me and killed me, and I'm like, what the fuck? So finally, I said...
Oh, you're railing me.
You really got real.
You know how when you grab a horse, it feels like a bag of sand? So, yeah, dude, so finally I
He's
said...
just swinging around at me.
George R. R. Martin's like, you're like a horse riding. Anyway,
This one going again.
You're gonna let it rip.
Beyblade going, let it rip.
Hashtag let it rip. Hit us up on Twitter.
Hit us up on Twitter and Facebook.
So I finally stopped using the gamepad. I started using the keyboard, and for some reason, it's like the game's like, "Oh, okay, so you want to do that?" So it starts working.
Why didn't you say so?
This makes no sense. It was like you're supposed to work that way. Anyway, that was my experience. It's not a bad game. Telltale games are generally good, and because it's Game of Thrones, there's a pedigree it has to reach, and some of this stuff is pretty neat. So I can see why you'd be excited about playing.
It's just kind of neat because you get to experience a house, different perspective.
Is it House
of Game of
Forrester or
Thrones
something like that?
From House Forrester, which
No,
is
I thought it was Full House.
no, it's House.
Thought it was Finding Forrester.
How rude.
No, it was Forrester Gump.
It's like, I'm gonna find you, Jenny.
Justin.
You're the man now, dog.
I'm gonna find you, Edard.
All right, and then Ramsey kills you.
Okay, we're not letting him get through this. I'm so
finish
sorry.
your Game of Thrones story. Come on.
It's really cool because you get to experience a different house that they briefly talk about in the game. House that's loyal to House Stark. And the game starts off at the Red Wedding, so you get right in the shit right from the beginning.
Yeah.
So that's what I've been
Spoilers.
Oh, because
You
you're
turn
going to
the
open
game on,
the game
right?
scene at the Red Wedding. That's a spoiler.
Okay, Adam Sandler, calm it down. Okay.
That
Anyway,
was a pretty good answer.
I can't wait to see your
My
ridiculous
bicycle hurts
six
my hiney.
Stupid.
So, glossing, proper verbiage, over to Pete.
Right.
Pete, what have you been up to, man?
A whole lot of Fallout. I bought a shitload of stuff on Thanksgiving. Oh yeah, happy Thanksgiving! Right for everybody.
Oh, that's right. You weren't here.
I wasn't here for that episode, which we're gonna upload very soon, right before this.
Day late and
episode.
$1 short.
Yeah, so
We're not thankful
Sorry.
for any of those things anymore.
I mean, but
I'm
just, to be,
super
just in defense, though, we're all pretty busy.
we were
during
all
Thanksgiving
fucking busy.
weekend.
I had a huge thing this week at work. Justin has it.
I had a huge thing every day.
Yeah, so yeah. So, yeah.
Like a huge thing.
We're definitely going to post that up for you guys because it was a good episode. A whole lot of Fallout 4. I played Heroes of the Storm and got fucking pissed after like an hour, as I guess everybody else does, because everybody's a fucking fuck and doesn't know how to do anything. Zone the dragon things so you can activate the dragon. I'm just saying.
Dude, seriously, like
Play the objective.
you would think that people having a good time at the game, they understand that, oh, when it says dragon's ready to go, you capture the 2 points and then someone plays the dragon. The other part that pisses me off is whoever gets the dragon, if it's not you, they always do it wrong for some reason.
Yeah, I know.
I was like, I'm gonna chase down this hero when I should be breaking down walls.
I'm like, break the fucking walls.
Like
Just
Chris
get rid of those
Jericho said.
turrets. Yeah, break the walls
Just
down.
like every time we play Destiny on Control, how many people
Oh
are
my
just
God.
fucking killing people?
I just want to go get killed.
No, play
I
the
saw-
goddamn
I'm just
objective.
gonna go.
I was on a team where
Almost
it was a
like
constant
this.
back and forth, and we and both teams leveled up really quickly. But we had a max level Sylvanas on our team.
Oh yeah.
So Sylvanas and we had someone else who was playing the dragon. So we had two major just fucking destroyers go at the main gate. We went through the main gate and depleted ammo on every single tower and rushed and just completely zerged their nexus. Boom, gone in a matter of like a minute. It was crazy.
What would
That's
George R. R.
crazy.
Martin say about that?
He'd say probably something like, "Oh, you know the dragon, and then we're gonna go and make a book."
Why did he get Cajun?
I don't know.
I know,
He's a
yeah.
crawdad.
Yeah, get out, crawl down on me. You don't know Jon Snow.
Well, no, now winter's coming.
Where are you gonna go when the winter comes?
You go back. That's pretty good. That's a good one.
Where are you from? You don't know murder.
That reminds me of Paul Shearer on the league. He always does this crawdad man thing. He's like, I gotta keep him separated. And it's like terrible. And that's his like go-to. He thinks it's so funny and it just freaks everyone out.
Everyone has that friend who thinks they're really funny. Everyone just looked at Jared simultaneously.
Everybody just looked at me.
I looked at you first, and then I was like, "Oh, we're looking at Jared."
So the general
I just
consensus
think
was
God,
Jared.
I was just thanking God y'all didn't look at me.
Brandon's just bad.
Don't look at me.
No one wants to look at him. Stop looking at me. Anyway, so what else? Anything else exciting that we need to know about?
Nothing real exciting, I guess.
Oh, well, you got raised at work.
I got a raise at work.
That's pretty cool. So
Yeah,
high
that's
five to that,
pretty-
man.
yes.
I'm hoping to get mine soon.
Well, I got Raising Canes today.
Oh man. Well,
Oh, Raising Canes. That's
You're
high
lucky.
fives all around.
well, you're lucky because I'm on a fucking diet and it's a fuck. So
Yeah,
It's all
Yeah,
I don't
dude.
ever see Pete do anything but drink.
No,
Yeah,
all he
I
does,
would-
he goes home and he eats his little baggie of food, and then he comes to work and goes home. But you know what? Here's the thing, though. People be jealous. Like you see, dude, seriously, Pete. What? Maybe 3 weeks ago, 4 weeks ago. It's a pretty good transformation. So high five to that again.
Thank you, sir. Thank
Yeah,
you.
you're doing a great job
You
with
know,
that.
yeah, more high fives,
Yeah.
man. It's a metamorphosis.
You know who's missing from here is El Martino Tejano. Anyway,
Oh man, he's gonna show up.
because he's probably gonna fucking sue us.
He's
Just
gonna fucking
real quick, before we start getting into everything, I do want to apologize because I'm probably going to be coughing and possibly sniffling and maybe sneezing. I'm still getting over this like week-long cold, and Jared apparently is coughing as well. So, you
for a
know,
different reason.
just if you hear me coughing, I'm not being rude. I'm just
coughing.
I just don't care about what you hear.
At least you might be coughing, but at least you're not
wheezing. I prefer wheezing. He's stronger.
Wow, seriously, dude.
Getting right into Nintendo. Huge ass year, at least as far as this company goes. I know we don't really talk about Nintendo a lot on the show. There's a reason for that. They don't have a lot of...
They're not for core gamers.
And I would argue that they are. And this is why I say that they are for core gamers, because everybody kind of just grew up on that. And if you haven't, that's fine. We're not going to dock you for that. But I guess if you want to look at it a little more like that...
Yeah, looking at it from a legacy perspective.
Yeah, because from when I was a kid, your friends would come over to play Nintendo. To now being an adult, my friends still come over to play Nintendo.
I would argue on that point, though, just the fact that we're looking at that point of being a legacy gamer. You know, I mean, you play those original games. Back in the day, Nintendo was an entertainment system. It was very much a gaming system, just as much as the PS4 can now consider itself a full-fledged gaming system.
Right.
The only difference is, of course, you can't play Blu-rays or watch movies.
That's correct.
But, you know, other than that,
I mean, you have Netflix, but I mean, yeah.
Well, I mean,
you don't really care about
on
Blu-rays.
NES, and Super NES, you know, stuff like that. Those systems, you would pick them up and you'd play Mortal Kombat, you play Duke Nukem,
Right.
you play all those games that you wanted to play. You know, fast forward to the 64, to the did I miss anything? The 64 and then the Wii was right.
Dreamcast.
Dreamcast was Sega.
Dreamcast, sorry.
I was
GameCube. That's
GameCube.
GameCube.
There you go. I was missing one of
So
them.
how can you miss that abomination of a controller?
You
Well,
bearded fuck.
Yeah, right.
I'm just kidding.
the GameCube was actually, I want to say, was one of their last. I won't say hardcore system, but really, it was a gaming system.
Right.
You know, and then when they came out with the Wii, they went with this whole gimmick of motion control that I just wasn't sold on. The reason behind I wasn't sold on it is because it was a very niche thing.
Right.
Well, don't pretend like you didn't have hours of fun.
I had a lot of fun.
Bowling.
I had a lot of fun playing Wii bowling, but I dare anyone to tell me that they have played that more than 20 hours by themselves trying to achieve the high score. What I'm saying is, like, you can't. That's not a game that you're going to continue to play. You play with your friends.
I agree with that, and the reason that I agree with that sentiment is because 90% of the time when the Wii came out, which was maybe 2000. Help me out here.
I don't know. Was it 2003?
It was
2000.
Didn't it? It got a head start on the PlayStation and Xbox. Right?
It got a head start on the
Yeah.
Xbox 360 and the PS3, so it might have been 2003, 2004.
Right.
From that time to maybe about 3 years ago, I think. Yeah, we were still playing fucking Wii for those kind of niche kind of games.
Mm-hmm.
But it also had a number of different core games in there that, you know, got really good third-party support for Nintendo for that Wii console because they had a lot of consoles out already.
Yeah.
You know, they established that base, and, you know, from the first day they sold out. And then they had to trickle in more. And people were fighting for them. And somebody died for one. You know.
Are you serious?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
You don't remember the old Nintendo, right? I was kidding.
No, it was
Just, and
it was hold your Wii for a Wii. So this woman held her piss in for a good long while, and she died
With, like, toxic
of water.
shock or
Yeah,
something.
it was like toxic shocks. No, because that's
Holy.
vaginas,
she did, yeah. All
Wow.
because she didn't pee.
Did she win it though?
Oh yeah, she won like
They
a motherfucker.
they probably won a lot of things, including the settlement against Nintendo. But you know, and I mean her family, not her, because God rest her soul, she's no longer with us. No, here's the thing though, like, and this is a point I was bringing up at work. Is this the biggest problem I have with Nintendo, the Wii, and the Wii U is the lack of solid third-party support.
This is true now because, like I was also mentioning earlier, at Wii U, you can take that for a perfect example. And I think I told Jared this. Like, okay, so I made the perfect example of Call of Duty. If you want to sell consoles, you want to sell video games, you're going to put Call of Duty on something, right? So the last game that they got was Ghost. That was 2 games ago. The last Assassin's Creed that they got was also 2 games ago. It was Black Flag. The last EA game that they got was about 4 games ago. I think it was like...
I don't think they've even gotten the newest Madden.
They don't get Madden anymore. I think they get soccer. Can't remember if they do or not. I actually haven't seen it at Walmart, so I doubt it.
I'll fact check.
Right. And, just the fact that they didn't put anything else out that might have been like, a big seller and stuff like that, they don't have that kind of third-party support anymore. This is coming from the company that had console exclusivity. if I said that right, I don't know. Back in the fucking 80s.
Yeah,
they were
sure.
the first official manufacturer of video games to actually be like, look, if you're going to make a game for our system, it has to be on there for 2 years. They're not at that anymore. And really, like it's how you mentioned earlier, and how I'm with the same sentiment, on the same fucking boat. They got one shot with the NX.
Yeah,
that's coming out
with the NX that releases. They say it goes. They're planning for mass production in the second quarter.
Second quarter,
and I'm
2016.
sure we're going to start seeing sales in the third or fourth quarter.
Right.
But you know, like, and I just want to bring one shining example of the lack of third-party support. And again, I say strong third-party because they have a lot of third-party games.
They do.
But I'm talking about games that can hit it out of the park. And we bring up Zombie U. And Zombie U was made by Ubisoft, and everyone was like, oh my god, it'd be so neat. Because it was a neat idea. You use your gamepad to go through your bag and stuff.
Right.
But the control scheme was so trudged down with just these things they had to do in order to make the game work.
Right.
And it failed graphically, performance-wise. It just didn't do well. It ended up getting a solid 6 or 7, which makes it respectable. But when you have your main Nintendo games, like you have your Zeldas, your Marios, Splatoon just came out, solid games like that are made by Nintendo, scoring 8, 9s, and 10s, you need to make sure that games that are made by other developers are going to hit that same mark.
See, and actually, I'm going to disagree with you on that, because I remember Zombie U being a little better than what it actually was. I remember looking at it pretty sharp, playing it on the pad and then actually playing it on the TV, and it did get slightly better reviews than what you're saying. It was a little bit higher than that. I'm not saying it was like an 8 or a 9, but at least a 7.5.
Well, 6 or 7. I just want to keep it rounded up, or rounded down, whatever.
So it's in between, the spectrum of that. And you're right. They haven't always had really good third-party support. More recently, I think after the Wii, I think they kind of just been like, oh, we're just going to play it safe and just have our first-party games, which is fine.
If that's what you want to bank on.
Well, because, really, when you buy a Nintendo console, why do you buy it?
But you know what? The one thing that Nintendo does better than anybody else, and this is the one thing I'm sure even when the NX comes out, the one thing they will do better than anybody else is of making their previous libraries available.
Right.
The Xbox One just got backwards compatibility for only 100 titles, and they're going to add more.
Right.
The PlayStation just mentioned that they're looking into emulation on their system.
Right.
So the fact that
provided that they don't have bullshit PlayStation thing, whatever it's called.
PlayStation Now.
Is that what it is?
Where you can just pay monthly.
Yeah, you pay monthly and you get crappy games.
And again, they only have a certain selection.
Right.
So the idea of being able to go and either A, pick up a PS2 disc or PS3 disc and put it in your system,
it's appealing.
Or B, it makes it neat because it gives that feeling of nostalgia. I would love to be able to play the Mark of Cree. I still have that game. It's still in really good condition. I haven't played it in forever. But I would love that. I still have that.
Oh man, that game was the Mark of Cree.
It was a sleeper hit in the PS2.
Right? Oh no, PS2.
During the PS2 era. And it
had like cool button combination kind of thing, and you could unlock new basically new combos. And it'd be like square, square, triangle, square X.
I want to say it was a complicated combo system, but it was pretty in depth. You had a bunch of different weapons. You have different costumes.
And it looked like a Disney movie.
It looked like who didn't want to decapitate stuff in the Disney universe?
That sounds excellent. I mean, like for me, like kind of that that nostalgia, and this is originally why I didn't want a PS3 because I couldn't play like my PS2 games or my PS1 games on there. I mean, eventually they added that support in there. I think actually the first
PS1 was originally.
Yeah, that was an original kind of. Yeah, it's just PS2. But more for the fact that I couldn't play Legend of Dragoon on something. That I could easily just pull the disc out and then not have to worry about breaking.
It's the only PlayStation game I kept.
Yeah,
I have it literally in a box right there under my amp.
See, yeah. And that's one of the games that I'm like, yes. Like, I have to have this fucking game every single console.
And that's the point I'm trying to make, is the fact that when you look at the track record for every other system out there, and again, let's just look at the time frame between the Wii and the Wii U. Previously, Nintendo was dominating everything.
Yeah.
When it comes down between the time of the Wii and the Wii U, they didn't have the same presence on their systems like the other systems did.
Right.
We got all, like 360 got, and PS3 got all the Assassin's Creeds. They're getting all the Elder Scrolls. All these games that are made by third parties that are phenomenal, that constantly have a high track record. The Wii and Wii U, they get those games, but they're ported over, and I don't want to use the word dumbed down, but that's what they have to be.
They do have to be.
You know, they have to be lowered in order to work.
Right.
Batman Arkham City, Deus Ex Human Revolution, all this stuff.
Human Revolution.
It was Arkham Origins. I'm sorry, not Arkham City.
No, it was Arkham City and
they did
it was both.
It was both.
So the fact that they had to take all these games and change them in such a way to make them work, and if you've played them on the previous systems, you're like, well, this isn't what I played. It doesn't feel the same. It doesn't look the same.
Mm-hmm.
That can be a bit of a turnoff. And I know in our conversation at work, everything was shifting perspectives constantly. But I think the one thing to keep in mind is this: is Nintendo is a hell of a publisher. They're a hell of a company. They make games that people want to play. And the fact is that they have people from the 1980s still clamoring for the next Legend of Zelda. You're doing something right.
Right.
But just, I hope that on the next system, the NX, that they don't have any kind of special peripherals required. They don't have any kind of special needs to develop for that system, and allow us to start seeing more games like the newer Call of Duty on there.
Right. It needs to go. It needs to go back to being a console and not being a gimmick.
Right. Exactly. And I still think that if I had the chance to have a Wii, there's a few third-party games like Tatsunoko vs. Capcom was freaking neat.
Was excellent.
Because I think that was actually the first time we got to see the graphic style of Marvel vs. Capcom 3.
Yes,
Like a 3D-ish,
that is true.
cartoon.
They had that cel-shaded look to them.
Yeah, and that was neat.
Right.
But it's just, when I look at the Wii U, every once in a while I'll see a game I want to play. I desperately want to play Sonic Boom, just because I want to see how bad it is.
It's pretty
terrible.
terrible.
Yeah.
It's pretty awful.
But
and that was the one that was supposed to bring Sonic back.
Is that the one that
they modernized them? And
we're like,
cool.
you have like really buff Knuckles and then like thin Sonic.
He's like Knuckles is like super big.
Yeah,
and beefed
he looks
up
like a triangle.
Right, yeah, but they tried to like modernize and make it.
Sonic has a fucking handkerchief
they give
around
him a little
his neck.
scarf.
Yeah,
Who
little
knew
scarf
that
thing.
picking up rings would get you so many gains, I'm just saying,
Stunned
homeboy,
silence.
I don't give a shit. No, dude, the dude is huge, right? So the fact is, I think that there's a lot of things they could perfect on the next system.
They definitely could.
Opportunities.
I am excited to see what they do, because I don't believe that they're going to come out with something gimmicky again. I in my heart of hearts believe that Nintendo is going to step back and they're going to say, okay, this has to be a console, not motion controlled, not gamepad related. Which, don't get me wrong, the gamepad is great. I, for one, was a big supporter of the gamepad.
I am too.
Just because there's a lot of stuff that you can do on it.
Well,
the touchscreen aspects are great.
That's what I have to applaud Nintendo on, because they didn't, the GameCube, had the weird controller, but it didn't really do anything different than other consoles. It wasn't, like y'all said, till the Wii with the motion control and stuff, they really started to change and kind of incorporate that in part of their whole, this is how we're giving you games. This is, everything kind of, not everything, but, they try to link it as much as possible. And it's a avenue in which, Microsoft and Sony haven't really excelled, because, you have the Kinect and you have the PlayStation Eye, but really all the Kinect is for is for me to say, Xbox pause, because I don't want to get up.
Right, or Xbox next episode.
Literally never done anything else with it. The facial recognition is cool to sign you in, but other than that, like Nintendo with the gamepad doing cool things with it, and with the motion controller, for the Wii, they try to incorporate so much stuff into it, and oftentimes it's awesome. Sometimes it just seems like they're forcing it on there, but hey, they're trying.
Go ahead.
It would be really great if they took that step back, they looked at it, and they implemented a camera versus trying to do motion controls, versus trying to, if they kept the gamepad the way it was and just included that as a peripheral for the next system, that would be wonderful, because they've already kind of perfected what they need to do with the gamepad.
But when I think of the way Nintendo's been working with the motion controls, with the gamepad, I think a lot about the Xbox with the Kinect, right? When the Xbox 360 came out with the Kinect, at first you got Dance Central, you got those Kinect Adventures, and they had that really shitty fighting game.
It was a big thing.
It was a big thing.
Remember Star Wars on
You had to
Kinect?
do this to run.
Yeah.
You guys could see me.
Did anybody play the Dragon Ball Kinect game?
No.
So,
well, I was going to, but right before I picked it up, I went, like that.
The premise was great until someone told me I looked like I was taking a shit while I was trying to power up.
Because
you're like, well, this ruins it.
Yeah, well, I went to the GameStop Expo in 2012. They had it on display. I never actually bought it, keep in mind. But so they had a demo for it there, and it was really cool. It was the very first fight between Goku and Raditz, and your Goku. How much cooler can you get?
Oh yeah,
You really
if you were
can't.
Raditz, that would be cooler.
That would be cooler, yeah.
So-
'cause, you know.
Raditz is standing so far away from you, and you only have so much time to power up, get ready, and go try to punch him in the face.
Go Dragon Balls out.
Right. So
Dragon Balls to the wall.
it tells me on the screen power up position. So I'm standing there powering up, and people are taking pictures of me, and I'm thinking like, wow, I must be doing really awesome at this. And then someone came and showed me a picture.
You're like, you look
And they
like
said,
you're taking
dude,
a shit.
you look like you're taking a shit.
But you should have gotten the game because imagine how fabulous your glutes would be.
Exactly.
Dude, you'd be like walking around like you'd be the envy of the town.
You'd be glute man.
You'd be stupid, sexy fucking Jared.
Nothing at all.
So, but I think the point I'm trying to make with the Kinect is they had these games come out, and at first it was neat because it was a gimmick.
Right.
It was really cool that you can even with Skyrim with one of the newer updates that they had later in the lifespan.
Oh, you can Foosh
you can
Roda.
Foosh Roda, and
What?
You
Yeah,
can-
you can Foosh Roda.
you can just shout. Like I think there's a keyword, and you
Yeah.
can use your currently equipped shout.
Yeah, boos.
It'd be really cool if you go Foosh Roda like that, and blow shit away.
Yeah, you
But
blow shit away.
That's
It
not
was
the way it
pretty
necessarily
cool.
worked, but it was very similar.
Right.
But the fact is, eventually Microsoft's like, all right, so we fucked up here. So let's do this. Let's go ahead and take this dependency away and just add stuff if you'd like to use it. Like when they did the Mass Effect 3 commands.
Oh, right.
Which is fucking impossible.
It is.
I tried playing it like, Leo, do that thing.
You're like, Garrus, goddammit, get behind cover.
Right.
And Garrus is
He's
like,
just over there-
calibration.
I was about to say he's just I can't do a
I
calibration.
can't, bro. I'm sorry, I got this weird crab thing in my face.
That is his face.
He's like, Shepard, what should I do? Calibration? And he's like, no, we gotta fight these guys. Like,
No, I'm pretty sure I need to calibrate
all
something.
right, so I'm gonna go over here just to calibration. I can't hear what you're telling me, so see you later.
Well, let's snipe him from over there. I'm not too busy.
Right? God damn it, Thane. He's like, I'm sorry. I was over here trying to kill Assassin. What?
Who?
Who that Thane guy? But even with the Xbox One, they're not really pushing too much to Kinect either.
Not anymore.
Granted, it is still they still say, oh, you get the pop-ups. You can say Xbox on.
You
and
know,
it turns on.
I mean, and this is what I get like really pissy about because people want to give like the Wii U shit for just about, or even the Wii, just for just about every fucking thing under the sun regarding motion control. 100% of your fucking Xbox One sold when they came out came with a Kinect.
Yeah.
100 fucking percent.
But what's also points something out though, and this is not trying to sound in any way, at least regarding the systems, in any form classist. But the Xbox One and PS4 when they released were on a completely different level than the Wii and the Wii U. Having said that, releasing it with just a Kinect was a horrible idea.
I would say so.
I would have if I would have been able to save $100. You know what though? I probably still would have fucking bought the Kinect just because the idea was neat.
Right.
The idea of the Kinect 2.0 and having better connection, this and that. I was like, yeah, I can actually move stuff, and the game's like, no, you can't.
No, you really can't.
Do you mind if I pull it back to Mass Effect 3 for a second?
Sure, yeah.
Do you mind? So,
Calibrations.
they re-released Mass Effect 3 for the Wii U. Did anyone
did,
play
yeah.
it on the Wii U?
No.
Because the commands from the gamepad were smooth.
They were.
But okay, so did you say them or did you press them?
No, you had press button commands on the gamepad.
Oh, so you couldn't say it to the gamepad. Like I could say the Kinect. Granted,
It didn't fucking work.
I'm just saying I could.
But
I could
I'm
talk
just
to my
saying
Xbox.
it was really cool to be able to be playing the game, and then instead of having to like go through the button commands to say commands, you could just click on them on the gamepad.
The only thing is also, and this is, I have these big hands, right? But when it comes to using the gamepad, it's like I'm sitting here using this, and I have to touch the screen. I have to let go of this side to move my thumb around because I'm not ambidextrous. I'm very right-handed.
Boop it with your nose.
Yeah.
You know what?
Seriously, people do.
Who hasn't been playing
So everyone's
games
just
and every once in a while done
Face
that?
smashing the gamepad.
Like you're trying to go inside, and you have your cell phone, you have your keys, and you have all these dragon bones, and you're trying to open the door, and you get a phone call. So what do? Do you stare at it? Do you ignore it, or do you do what I do and you try to slide with your nose? But then it's fucking raining outside, so your nose is wet, so it's not quite doing it. And now the bar's is doing this shit, and you're like, "Thanks, iPhone, you got to repeat again."
That's why I have
It's
an
kind of like
Android.
when
Implying it wouldn't happen.
It's kind of like when they released all those like warnings and before you played the Wii game to put the strap.
Oh
on.
yeah.
Dude,
Now they have to put on a fucking warning to not fucking face smash the gamepad.
Yeah, they
Oh, because you have to do like this stuff.
Dude, you're constantly at odds with it. It's like, where is the good angle for this fucking game so I can look at it?
You know what?
Speaking of, you guys ever had like an itchy nose while you're playing? You can't like you're in the heat of the moment, so you're just doing this weird number.
Oh yeah.
Dude, and then like, and this actually does more damage than good.
Yeah, because then you can't see the screen.
Because then you that one split second where
And you're like, oh fuck, I'm dead.
Actually, I remember distinctly while we're talking about this, and this is also it's relevant because it's at a Nintendo thing. I went to a Smash Bros. Tournament, and then I asked every single person there who was really fucking good, because they were like, oh yeah, there's people from around the country going to this tournament. And I asked them, so what's the hardest thing about actually playing at the top other than the actual game itself? Like, is it the crowd? And the number one thing everybody said, when your nose itches.
Yeah.
When your nose itches, it's like killing you. Like, I've seen people sweat while they're playing because
Their nose is just so freaking
And then like the match ends and they're just
or like their eyes are like watering and shit.
They're crying. They're like,
that's why when I go to Smash tournaments and I'm playing, I just do a big old line of Coke, so I can't even feel my face. No, seriously though, I don't do.
Turns
Coke.
out I wasn't actually competing.
turns out I wasn't even at a tournament.
Yeah. It was.
I think that gimmicks are important because gimmicks, while they seem gimmicky at the beginning, they do promote innovation,
Impulse buying.
and impulse buying. Thank you, Connect.
Pit boy.
Dude.
Well,
Totally.
I mean, I'll admit, I bought a PS Vita. I was like, dude, the back touch control's gonna be sick.
Yep.
It just was annoying.
Really?
And sometimes I'd be playing games that had like a back touch control feature, and I'm like, no, I don't want to do that. But my hands, I got big hand syndrome, and the fucking thumbsticks on that thing so tiny.
I got rid of my Vita very, very quickly. I bought it simply to play Assassin's Creed Liberations, and then when I found out Assassin's Creed Liberations was coming out on the PlayStation Market, fucking sold it.
What was the one that I have? Is that the one I have? Assassin's Creed?
Yeah,
Liberations?
where you can like.
Oh god, like it's so broken.
Oh really?
It's so broken.
Every
Like
Assassin's
a
Creed
guard
game
will
is
be
broken.
walking towards you, and he'll be like on ground level, and then suddenly he'll just be on the roof.
What the
And he won't climb. He'll just be walking. He's like, "Duh," pop up.
The one time I got to play,
My planet needs me.
I had a Vita and then I lost it the old-fashioned way.
Left it on the bus.
I just can't fucking find it anymore.
on the bus.
So like,
it probably was stolen.
whatever.
Realistically, though, I mean, I would have just took it back to you.
I would say I wouldn't wish that burden on anybody. Anyway, so no, I was playing on his PS Vita and I was playing Liberation.
Right.
And I remember the one time I realized how messed up that game is. There was a guy on the ground, and I was like, I'm going to assassinate him. And of course, in any Assassin's Creed game, they're like, what are you doing on the roof? You shouldn't be up there. One time, just happened, the guy's like, "Whoop, what are you doing?" And I failed the mission. I was like, what the hell? And then the second time, I go over there to assassinate him. And as soon as I jump off the roof, I start doing this thing where I jump and I start looping. I jump, and then finally I jump on him.
Yeah, that shit starts to happen too. But I'm glad I kept the Vita because I have Legend of Dragoon on there, which we sideloaded through the PS3, I think.
The one
so
thing that
I don't
really...
want to. Hey, I'm still talking, fool. And I have Hotline Miami.
yeah.
And now Super Meat Boy because I bought Super Meat Boy on the
I
PS4.
love Hotline Miami.
So I'll play it over and over,
I do
bash
too.
people's heads in, and all that crazy music.
Yeah. Sometimes I like to pretend that I'm the guy from Hotline Miami and just drive around with the soundtrack.
Dude,
Really?
right?
Yeah.
Dude, seriously, I'm saying, look, I don't pretend I'm going
Billy
to kill
Crystal
anybody.
came out for a second.
Oh my god!
Oh my god, me too!
I like playing Hotline Miami. It's the most fun game in the world.
It sounded kind of like Nathan Lane.
You know, I think I'm. It's like, no, Pumbaa, cut it out. It's like, I'm too tired.
Wait, what are they doing?
Not today, Pumbaa.
So I just want you guys to know,
I'm to get satisfied.
completely open to interpretation.
childhood hurts.
So when we were
Getting railed by horses.
Brandon can't be.
Now it's Timon and Pumbaa.
No, dude. I like to listen to the Hotline Miami soundtrack when I'm driving at night, just because it's really relaxing.
Where do you
It's really
find
neat.
this soundtrack?
It's on
Just go on Spotify.
Spotify the fuck out of
There's
it,
one
man.
guy who made an unofficial soundtrack playlist
Uh-huh.
that you can just follow him.
Okay.
And that's why I did.
Yeah,
He keeps adding songs.
that's what I did. And I also downloaded the...
You had the deluxe edition.
I have the deluxe edition on Steam, so I downloaded the soundtrack from
So
there.
you get a soundtrack because I think after I paid like the $5 to upgrade that just so I can get the character on Payday, which I don't play anymore. Which we're going to talk about that in a second.
Yeah,
too.
we should probably get back
Let's
into
put a
play.
book.
You haven't played that.
What is
Anyway.
it? They say dog ear that one.
How about we just forget about it because
Put
we're
a
never
pin
going
in
to go
it.
back to it.
But,
Write a post-it, stick it on the fridge.
Going back into the
Table
Vita
lid.
really quickly, that was one of the things that severely pissed me off when I bought a PlayStation 4, was that on the PlayStation 3 and the Vita when I had it, I had all of these games that I had downloaded, all the Final Fantasy games, all the Legend of Dragoon games, well, the one Legend of Dragoon game.
I was like, all of them?
All of these PS1 classics that I had downloaded, and as soon as I booted up my PS4, I was instantly pissed off with it because I could not re-download those.
Yeah.
You still have
So-
your PS3 though, don't you?
No, I traded it in to get my PS4.
Then you fucked up.
Well, so
Give me a hug.
And so I'm upset because
you didn't ask
PlayStation
questions, right? That's why?
because PlayStation took this money from me, and I was really happy that they took that money from me. But then when I got a PlayStation 4, they were like, "Fuck you."
Well,
So-
the good news is you're a big boy and you got a job and you can buy a PS3 for pretty cheap now.
Yeah.
When I was-
you could literally
and-
get it for pennies.
You should have seen this coming. When I was
Couple
working
hundred of them.
at GameStop,
At
like when
least.
you worked at GameStop so long ago, how often do you have someone buy a system without thinking about it and then come back in and is like, this doesn't do what I want to. I want my money back.
No, it's something that when I went in to buy a PS4, I did not even think about having to worry that I wasn't going to be able to play these.
Before I bought
things.
my Xbox One, I made sure backwards compatibility was an option. I made sure certain peripherals would work.
So when you did do that and you found out backwards compatibility was not an option,
You still bought it.
Still
But
bought it.
no, I just wanted to make sure that I wasn't going to get myself into a purchase where I'm like completely unsatisfied.
Would have
Oh,
been
no,
a perjurous
I-
purchase because they lying to you.
I love the PlayStation 4. I love it. I don't regret buying it. But
No, I'm not
it was
saying
just-
that. I'm just saying,
it was
you know,
just
you
an
should-
irritation to pull it out of the box, sign into my PlayStation Network account, which took like 15 fucking minutes because I forgot the password. I had to reset it, and then
it's a personal problem.
Yeah, it was an-
to have to
not
go in and
PS4's
be like, oh, let me re-download my PlayStation 1 Classic. Oh.
No Crash Bandicoot for you.
Yeah, like none of the games that I
Look at
really,
the
really
Which is why I kept my PS3 originally,
So-
and honestly,
so-
why I also keep like my older Nintendo systems too. Because if indeed they decide to just be like, "Fuck it, we're not going to release these games anymore," I still play them.
Right, and that's I keep thinking about going back to a Vita because they dropped them in price and stuff, and now I can if I were to buy one now, I probably wouldn't have as much buyer's remorse because I know about it.
Right.
Why are you salsa dancing?
Because he's trying to get talking about Nintendo again.
Oh,
No,
okay.
what I'm saying is
crabs.
this. We're going to kind of take the PS Vita. Look what happened to the PS Vita.
Right.
This is why Nintendo will always have a foothold in handhelds.
Oh, they own it.
Yeah, they own it
there's-
completely.
Everyone's like,
There's
oh,
really no competition.
I can play Final Fantasy on my iPhone. Well, that's
God,
great.
I've tried to play any emulators on my phone, and I'm like, this is cool for a hot second.
And
And then I'm just like, okay. So I'm trying to play like Street Fighter on my phone. I'm like, first of all, my thumbs block Ryu, right? I
Yeah.
can't see him. And I'm trying to fight him, and I'm Vega, of course.
My clown.
My clown.
Hadouken the fuck out
Yeah,
of you.
and I'm just like, how do I can't forward
And
sleep.
the game's like, you gotta press down forward. Forward sweep doesn't work. So you press down forward, and then you accidentally hit the home button, so now you're gone.
I did for a little bit play Breath of Fire 2, though, because like RPGs don't really take a whole lot of
Right.
dexterity.
I just
You know,
hate that my
you just
thumbs
gotta
are
press-
always in the way.
Yes.
Or either
Well,
that, or
see,
the UI is always in the
I-
way, so you gotta make it smaller, then you can't read the text.
I was super happy, and this just because I'm a fanboy, that they re-released Final Fantasy VII on iOS, but I still had to go get a controller.
Oh hell yeah! I think everybody
like-
did. Shit.
Did you get one of those like still series?
Yeah, I still had to get a controller because trying to use the screen
It no working
was
well.
annoying.
Yeah.
Well, now you got your iPad too.
And then, well, even on my iPad, it was still a pain.
Right.
And then sometimes the buttons don't work right, and sometimes the little
It's difficult to masturbate to Final Fantasy VII when your thumb's in the way.
those blocks. They're
Can't
just
really
so
see
appealing.
Look out for the pointy bits.
Can't
Like,
really
how
see
the pointy
Tifa
bit-
in that tank top.
Forget about it. Tifa. Blowing it out of proportion.
The big thing is that no matter if it's the mobile market or even the handhelds, Nintendo moving into the mobile market, I'm sure they're either gonna ride or die on that one. You know,
I'm 100%. It's gonna be right.
I think so.
Let's, let's point this out.
100%
Though.
right.
Let's just look into a couple things first of all. We don't even know what the control scheme's going to be like.
Doesn't
If
matter.
Listen, if they're gonna run it like an emulator, some people are going to be turned off by
If they
that.
put Pokemon Pinball on there, I will
Oh
love
my
Nintendo
God.
forever.
That's what I'm saying.
If they put an honest to god port of like a Pokemon that is like legit touchscreen, and it's not, I don't have to have these little shitty virtual D-pad and buttons on there. Let me do like that. I will play the hell out of it.
You know what would be cool is if they released a Game Boy app and they had the little like context buttons as you would,
Like a regular Game Boy.
Like a regular Game Boy, and then they have the fucking screen right there.
Right, and if they do something like that... So if you have
a bigger phone, like, you know... I mean, you can't see me because we're not on video, but...
He's got an LG G4.
Right, it will have a dedicated place for the buttons and look like an actual Game Boy.
The biggest problem is, though, is you still have the uncertainty of a touchscreen.
Well, did you guys see? I don't know if you guys have ever seen. Maybe I'll try to find the article and link it on our Facebook. It was either a GoFund, you know, another one of those like crowdfunded kind of things.
Right.
So I don't know if it ever come to fruition, but it was essentially like this thing that you plug in. It was made for iOS. So I think it was for the 6, though. I don't know if it goes for the 6 Plus. But it has like a lightning connector, so it has like actual tactile buttons. When you connect it, it leaves, you know, the top part of the screen exposed, and it covers probably the bottom, I'd say, quarter or so of the screen. And what made it even sweeter is, like, I don't know if it was only for emulators, but it had a compartment in the back to drop in your cartridge. So if you actually still had, like...
See, that's neat.
Game Boy cartridges.
So if Nintendo does something like that where they create a peripheral that you can just plug
But see,
to the
this one wasn't
phone?
made by Nintendo. It looked, you know, it had the classic gray Game Boy look.
Right,
but it wasn't made by Nintendo.
And going into
if they made something like that.
Going into what Pete was saying, if Nintendo really wants to ride this out, as far as mobile games are concerned, peripherals are going to be key.
Yeah. So, I mean, something like that, I mean, you could even go, like, old school and put double A's in the motherfucker. That'd be cool. Like, and it turned off the brightness on your screen, so you had to get one of those glowworm light things. Remember, you plugged in the sun.
I remember those
also, oh my! So kids never nowadays. I don't know if you guys ever
don't understand backwards.
You remember like sitting in the back seat of your parents' car, like trying to play Tetris by the light from the street lights.
Street lights, and then you'd see it every other 2 seconds.
You're like, gotta pause it, playing Dr. Mario.
Dr. Mario.
Dude, love that game.
So. The big part is we got to make sure that, you know, when it comes to handhelds or the mobile platform from Nintendo, what they're going to do to remedy the fact, again, we talk about touchscreen. If they're going to add peripherals, that's cool. But I still think that they need to focus on what is important, and that is their handhelds.
And it's funny that you mentioned, like, you know, I guess like horror gamers aren't really considered like, you know, Nintendo guys, or they don't play Nintendo games. I dare anybody to play A Link Between Worlds and go to the water temple and not feel like a fucking idiot trying to figure that shit out. Because it was so goddamn hard.
Well, we've already established the fact, though, that when it comes to Nintendo and they have their core franchises,
their legacy titles,
those right there are still going to attract the same players.
Their bread and butter.
You rarely see, and unless of course they're brought in by other legacy players, you rarely see the newer generations picking up these games on their own accord.
I would argue against that.
Well, what I'm saying, and listen to me. Give me a second before you guys start trying to chastise
every kid
the
now
guy
just wants to play the Adventure Time games. I get it.
What I'm saying is this: is like
Time games are terrible.
I know, but they don't know that. They just go, "Oh yeah, finish it."
I have one.
I guarantee if you look up like the demographics for it, most people who are playing Zelda are easily within the age range of 15 and above. Younger than that, how many times? I mean, I used to sell nothing but like freaking Adventure Time and Pokemon games.
You got to be squidding me, man. I'm sure there's more than about 12-year-olds playing fucking Legend of Zelda.
All I'm saying is this: is that
you squidding us right now?
I'm totally squidding you.
Are you a squidiot?
Splatoon jokes abound.
No, what I'm saying is like it's just, there's more likely to have more people who are old enough to be able. First of all, it's comprehensive puzzle solving.
Right.
It's not one of those things where you can just pick it up and be like, oh, well, I'm 9 and I'm going to play this game because it's easy. Like you said, it's not easy, so it's going to turn a lot of people off.
It is going to turn a lot of people off, but, I mean, you know, if you have a handheld, or if you're going to ask for a handheld, and your parents are kind of like, you know what, I can spend $120 on this stupid fucking kid. I'm going to go ahead and buy him a fucking DS. And you go to the fucking pawn, or, you know, you go to the fucking GameStop.
Well, if you're on the south side, you go to the pawn.
You go to the pawn.
GameStop's the same thing, too.
They do the same thing. They're going to nickel and dime you. They're going to nickel and dime you and be like, hey, you buy 2, you get 1 free. We got these DS games over here. You want to buy a DS game? You want to buy 2, you get 1
Why are
free?
we instantly like in the Midwest like, oh, hey, do you want to buy a game?
Because
it
that's
comes
how they
with
talk
lots
about
of cool stuff, don't you know?
the fucking pawn.
That's not the Midwest.
Don't you know?
Oh my god.
That's like Minnesota.
Yeah.
That's Minnesota, yeah.
That's Minnesota, yeah.
It's still
Midwest.
Yeah, it is. Why do you think they're?
I think I was doing more of a Wisconsin kind of accent, and kind of, I guess, kind of mixed with Italian.
Minnesota's still in the fall.
You want to buy 2, get 1 free.
Buy 2, get 1 free.
Malwedge.
Anyway, glossing over the fact that you are completely offensive right now to anybody who potentially may hear this
From the Midwest or Minnesota.
Sorry, everybody.
Minnesota's their team is called the Minnesota Vikings.
I like Minnesota.
So?
Like Vikings, like
They're Vikings because they have a large Scandinavian population. Don't you know?
And the Midwest is known for their inhabitants who have very rounded features on the jowls.
They're all bulldogs.
The fact of the matter is,
They all have like respiratory problems from inhaling too much air when they eat.
I snore when I sleep.
dude, what the fuck is that?
It's Minnesota Pete, everybody.
Why not?
Either way, continue with your whole buying.
The pond. Going to get a DS at the pond.
So getting back, you're getting over to the pond. You're gonna buy the DS. For your stupid fucking kid, and then basically,
I love my kid.
I'm not saying yours. I'm just saying in
know,
general.
A stupid. You're gonna buy it for a stupid kid.
A stupid fucking kid. Doesn't matter which one. It couldn't be. It could be somebody else's. Right, so you're buying the DS and you're just like, okay, I can buy as many games as I want. They're under $50, and that's part of the appeal to getting these systems. Even when they're brand new, they're under $200. Or they're just right around $200. So that's
you
the
get
appeal.
$2 DS for $89
Yeah,
at
you get
Walmart?
$89 at Walmart, and it plays 3DS games.
See, and on my 3DS, I never use the 3D anyway.
And neither do I, because it hurts my fucking eyes because I'm old.
Yeah.
Anyway,
don't get old.
Getting past the gimmicky 3D portion.
What? I think I get what you're saying.
The handheld market is key.
No, it's key. No, we're not
100%.
arguing the point that it's key. I am just simply stating that I would love to see any 12-year-old go and not just. I know that there are some 12-year-olds who can do it because if they can build clocks, they can
Allegedly.
they can also. They can play Zelda, right?
You can build the clock, you can play Zelda.
That's just how it works, right? No, but I'm saying is I'm sure they can play Zelda and they can probably beat some of the levels, but we're not looking at every single 12-year-old.
Right.
I work at game. Listen to me, dude. Like seriously, look at me in the eye.
We're not profiling all
We're not profiling, but look. And maybe it's just talking about our community. In some cases, not everyone is going to be on the same problem-solving level. As far and this isn't saying that anyone in our area is stupid. I'm just saying that
I think that's exactly what you're saying.
What I'm saying is that when it comes down to it, there are some very deep puzzles that require you to not only think a little bit about it. It requires more than that, but also.
Are you telling me you got to think a lot a bit about it?
You got to think a lot of bit about it. This is what George R.R. Martin would call big. So
man, boat out here.
So you have to there's a lot of thought that goes into it. And dude, seriously, I doubt anyone in this room. There's only 4 of us, but I doubt anyone in this room.
There's a cat.
Fuck that cat. That cat don't know Zelda. Anyway, so I doubt anyone in this room to be able to pick up a brand new Zelda game that never played before and pass every single puzzle within the first 10 minutes.
I don't know. He made that water level sound really hard.
Man.
It's pretty fucking hard.
Aside from Pete, because he's a waterhead. Yeah. I get it. But see, what I'm saying is
I'm Jughead, man. Come on.
You want all these cheeseburgers? Because you're Jughead?
You can't eat all the cheeseburgers.
So, and I think they were hamburgers because I don't know if Jughead likes cheese. He might be lactose intolerant. We haven't even lied to
It's milk Jughead, Justin. He's not
milk Jughead? He's like, I love cheese. What are you talking about?
He's our 2246 Jughead, bro. He can do whatever the fuck he wants, man.
Right? He's the amazing Jughead.
The Jughead multiverse.
Yeah, man. He doesn't give a fuck.
So yeah, I'm just saying they're tough puzzles, and for people like us, for other gamers, for hardcore gamers, for anything like that,
That's what I'm saying. They're gonna like that challenge. That's why I argue. You can't really say that they're not core gamers that buy these games.
I'm not saying that.
Well, I'm just saying.
All I'm saying.
The generalization is that core gamers don't buy Nintendo.
Right. That's what I was getting at in the first place. Is that
The generalization is that, and I can understand why it is. Because and listen to me before you start tossing your head around fucking potato salad.
I think that's only because now, core gamer back in the day was, exactly that. It was the people who played your Zelda, Mario, Kirby games, loved Kirby games, like even Sonic games.
But it's
that was core gaming because that's kind of all there was. But now there's so many options, and because everything's online, multiplayer, competitive, or social in some way, the people that get into those games, your expensive games, your difficult to grasp kind of games, except for Call of Duty. You know, it's not
I was gonna say,
I'll
Call of
pick
Duty
up the gun and go.
I would,
And that's the core gaming now. So it's not that the games and the systems have changed all that much. It's the definition of gamer.
Exactly. And what I'm going to say is, look at games like Call of Duty. How many people, even Madden, how many people do you know who they're really good at the game, but they don't play games a lot? They play those games because they play with their friends.
Because they play with their friends.
So, I mean, Call of Duty, prime example, you don't always see hardcore gamers playing Call of Duty. You see a lot of casuals who are really good at the game, but they don't play any other games. And that's fine. And the same thing for Nintendo. Nintendo is going to have that too.
Casuals.
Anyway, Nintendo's going to have the same thing. A bunch of filthy casuals. Anyway, so you're going to have a bunch of people who are going to be playing these games who are going to be casual players. And the good thing about a casual player is they can slowly move into that core gaming realm.
They could.
Because now
Very
it's like,
so.
I played Pokemon. I love the way those RPGs feel. Now I'm going to pick up some Final Fantasy games and ruin my life. So, I mean, you can play...
And then I'll come back and play Yokai Watch, because why not?
Shut the fuck up about Yokai Watch.
And then-
all right?
and
We're not
then-
going to talk about
yeah,
fucking
Yokai
Yokai
Watch.
Watch.
Hell yeah.
Played some Suikoden. Anyway,
Suikoden?
Suikoden?
Suikoden.
Sudoku.
Sudoku,
That's the one.
I was looking for the puzzle game
But
where you fight monsters.
let's-
Or maybe you're playing Persona.
Let's go back to the handhelds for a second, because another thing that Nintendo has done really well, specifically with the past couple of games that they have
Styluses.
come out.
Actually, they actually
The
have.
past couple of games they've come out with, like, I'll just use Super Smash Brothers as an example, is like connectivity straight to the console.
That's true. I mean, if you have the game on your 3DS, you can play it on.
You can play it
Well,
directly on someone
the-
else's console.
The Vita has certain games that can do that with too.
Oh my god! So they advertised that with like MLB The Show, and then you never saw it
And
again.
you never saw
Well,
it again.
no, lies.
But now they do
lies.
Fallout 4, though.
You remember that commercial?
They also
like,
do
when
it
the
for
guy was
Second
like
Son.
playing the show, like when he's on the bus, using a shitty 3G
and then he
connection.
got back on his shitty 3G connection on the bus, and he went home, and he's playing.
That doesn't happen.
He was at home, and then he went on
The part
And
they
the old
didn't
lady
show
on the
you.
bus next to him was like, "What?
Yeah.
The part that they didn't show you is the part
Are you
where the
a
guy-
wizard? She had fucking claws, too.
And then
He's my
like
people.
she starts freaking out, and the big old dude with long blonde hair comes up and is like, "We pray that Harry Potter's always there to save the day." And then he stands up like, "What? God damn, I lost connection." So like that's the thing. They never show that part.
That famous
But-
line.
Right? Oh, don't worry.
You're a fucking
I
wizard,
won't be.
Harry.
It was a whatever. I don't watch those movies. Plebs.
But but no, they did a really good job specifically with that game of just being able to, if you have, and it's a lot bigger in Japan than it is here. The connectivity and like the Street Pass features.
I'm definitely bigger in Japan. I just want to point that out.
But you know, it's also
I think we all are.
yeah,
I think we're all above like the
Yeah.
Apple,
Like,
except for maybe
you'll
Jared.
notice there are a lot of the games that are more popular in Japan than they are here in America, like the Monster Hunters.
Yeah.
Because those games rely on like the Street Pass features and randomly just connecting with people to play the
Well,
games
if
with.
I was next door
Let's-
neighbors with 1,000 people, then I would be.
right.
Let's also point out the fact, though, and one thing we're ignoring is the fact the handheld game is not a big game right now. You know, it's not hard to be a big fish when you own the fucking pond. You know, because you can do whatever you want to do.
You saying they just skate by?
Yeah, the PlayStation Vita, it is literally like one of the.
Stop getting distracted by your phone and tell me.
Oh,
something.
sorry. We're getting our other cat's balls cut off tomorrow. It's pretty awesome.
Tight,
Nice.
but he doesn't like it.
Oh, he's gonna finally calm the fuck down.
Metal.
Anyway, so what it comes down to is the Vita is a failure. Even Sony's saying, "Well, we gotta do what we can to."
Which sucks because the hardware was so good.
The hardware
was
I mean,
great.
aside from that
great.
fucking touchpad on the back, the big ass screen, the battery life was great, the graphics were incredible. They just nobody for some reason they just didn't.
But
make
it
enough
was
use
also
for
it was again, and this is something we talked about before. It is the lineup. It is the third party support. It is whoever can make those gimmicks work.
Nintendo can definitely do it with the handhelds, but
Well,
they can't do it with the consoles.
They can do it with the handhelds, but then when you look at the handheld, it's made to be touchscreen. Yeah, you have limited. You have your button input. You also have your touchscreen, but a lot of those games either rely almost completely on touchscreen, or it's supplemental to the command inputs.
Well, I think that's part of the charm, is that it's supplemental. It's a gimmick,
Well-
sure, but it's not a...
It's not a necessity.
It's not a necessity, and it's not a fucking, distraction. It's going to be there for your benefit
All
every
I know
single time that you use it.
Is that if any other system, and I'm not saying that it's ever going to happen, and I'm not saying it's going to happen overnight, but if any other system were ever to take the time to make a handheld as solid and as well working as Nintendo DS, Nintendo is going to have to step the game up there.
Yeah.
But as it is right now,
Sega made another Game Gear.
Oh,
buddy, I'm telling you, buddy.
they call it the
Gamecast,
the Dreamcast 2,
the Dream Gear.
The Dream Gear.
Oh, Dream Gear.
I like it.
And then the entire time, every time you turn it on, it keeps doing that whole "it's thinking" thing. Remember that ad campaign?
PS3.
I always
that was the Dreamcast.
Was it the Dreamcast?
I always thought the Dreamcast logo looked like a cinnamon bun.
Right?
It does.
You
It
saw
does.
that,
It
and you're
does
like, Cinnabon. And then you realize that Cinnabon makes you feel
Dreamcast has
gross.
such cool games, though.
They did. They had like Marvel vs. Capcom 2.
The first
Shenmue
Sonic
2.
Adventure.
Sonic
Even the
Adventure.
second
Sonic
one.
Adventure
I mean, the
was
second one wasn't as
Yeah,
good.
the second one is good.
But it had Shadow, and that was enough reason for me.
Shadow.
Shadow.
It's pronounced Shadow.
I'm a
Soul
hedgehog.
Calibur, for example.
I'm a hedgehog with booster boots.
There was a game called Spawn in Demon's Hands.
Oh my god.
Oh,
so
man.
good. It was like another party melee game, like shooter. Power Stone.
Power Stone.
Anybody remembers the Soul Calibur 2 where there was a different character on every version
Yeah,
of the
they
game?
did that for GameCube,
Oh, yeah.
PS2, and Xbox.
Spawn was on the Xbox one. I think PlayStation had Heihachi.
Yeah.
And then, of course,
Link.
Link was on the GameCube.
Which was arguably the better of the three
it
because,
sure was, Pete. It sure
Link was kind of fun.
Fucking
then
Spawn was better.
And then the one they did after that,
Spawn.
didn't they have
Yeah.
like Darth Vader, Yoda, and Starkiller?
It was, yeah, Darth
Well,
Vader.
Starkiller was available on all of them.
Yeah.
But Darth Vader was on
PlayStation.
the PlayStation, and then Yoda
was on
got
Xbox.
Xbox.
So everybody would have bought it on PlayStation, I assume.
I would have bought it if I would have had it, but I had it on the Xbox.
But yeah, you could eventually unlock Starkiller on.
And then I think there's
And
actually
then you could just download them later on.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
Yoda
download
came
them
out
later,
for.
yeah.
there was a
PlayStation,
download
vice
for
versa.
Darth Vader later on 360.
That's what he just said.
They eventually, they crossed them over, but
Literally just...
They crossed the streams.
they crossed the swords.
Dude,
Dude, oh, by the way, okay, so I think it's safe for us to say Nintendo's not going anywhere unless they fuck
It's
up the
been
NX.
around since we were all kids.
It has been around, but
Which
it's,
it's kind of special. We grew up. Like, when did the NES come out?
Ooh, 88?
Is it 88? So
Yeah.
it came out the year I was born,
Yeah.
right? So I literally grew up with Nintendo.
I did
I
too.
mean, I know they had other, things going on before the NES.
Right.
I recognize that, but the NES is really what put them on in people's homes and on the map. Before that, they made like trading cards or some bullshit.
They did, yeah. They were
they-
Hanafune maker.
Oh,
Oh,
Can you say that again?
Hanafune.
ooh.
is that like Japanese porn?
I'll have one of those.
No,
I'll get the fried rice and the Hanafune.
I'll
have
get
what
the
he
fried rice Hanafune. Well, actually, I think there's fried rice in Japan. You just said that'd be a misnomer. But,
Can I have the steamed rice and the Hanafune?
yeah, of course.
Yeah, of course.
Right away.
Oh, Guitaru Samurai! Where'd you?
Oh, so surprised!
So what I'm getting at is like Nintendo's not going to go anywhere.
No.
They're always going to be there either in the console form or in the handhelds.
But
But
Well,
I think
maybe not consoles. And like as I was gonna get into this tangent about Sega. A lot of those games that we loved on the Dreamcast, you can kind of play brand new iterations of, except for Power Stone, on your Xbox One or your PS4.
Power Stone was so
Yeah,
good.
but Power Stone was really good, right?
So
I think
but I don't ever see Nintendo crossing that
I
boundary.
never see them doing that
But,
either.
Yeah,
No.
to kind of just recap, Nintendo needs to take a step back. They need to focus their efforts on making a beefier, up-to-date console. It needs to have a Blu-ray player. Very
Well,
at a minimum.
Well, it'll drive the cost up. Not the demand for a Blu-ray player is not that high. on my
Netflix
list.
is now a big thing.
Exactly. So
Yeah.
if you put a Bluray reader or drive, I don't
Right,
know
but-
what you call it.
but-
It's going to drive the cost up. What? $30?
$30, man.
At
but
least.
all I'm saying is you couldn't watch movies on the Wii.
You still can't watch them on the Wii.
You can't watch them on the Wii U. And I mean it's not a huge selling point, but it's a selling point. I want to be able to put a movie in and watch it.
And I guess that's one of the other things that shoot them in the foot is that they make this proprietary software, like they make proprietary discs or cartridges, if you want to look at it that way, back in the fucking 80s.
Yeah.
So they're still living in that, whole kind of thing. I don't want to see Mario running on an emulator for 360. But, guess fucking what? People have done that. It's been done.
I think that one thing that we all need to keep in mind too is the fact that Nintendo needs to be careful with some of their steps in the future.
Yeah.
Because bigger empires have fallen.
Rome comes to mind.
Right? And all their weird debauchery.
The Dallas Cowboys.
Hey.
I'm just saying, though. Look, I'm not trying to freak Brandon out and make him break his clavicle, but all I'm trying to say is that this season it's at an end for us. We still have some games we're just going to be playing for fun now.
Yeah, that's what I want to see.
Matt Castle's
the best part,
stupid
I would say,
mustache are going to come out.
Dude, Brandon, listen. What the fuck? He's rocking that weird porn stash. I don't like it.
I don't like
And
it.
then also he like. Did you read the interview with him? He's like, yeah, no, we're gonna do good. Well, he leads this season with the most most loss to win ratio. Like we were like, Brandon Whedon needs to get out of here, and we brought Castle, and he was like, where's Whedon?
No, it was like Matt Castle was what started for 3 games.
7 games. No.
No,
Whedon started for 3 games.
Yeah.
So then Matt Castle only started for
4 games.
4 games.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I mean, they both have a horrible track record, but let's also point out that they are both. I think they're both just like they're either working for Hydra, or they're both just like really good double agents.
Okay, and just remember that 2 of those losses were against the Patriots, and when they were still undefeated, and the Panthers.
How did we get into football?
Cam Newton.
Let's talk about Nintendo.
He's a good guy though. Cam Newton seems like a swell guy.
We're gonna kind of close up the whole thing on Nintendo.
So you and homosexual.
There's a couple things we want to talk about before we're
I
done.
didn't even get to say this though.
Nintendo.
I love
it's
Zelda.
The power.
I
fine.
wanted to go around and see like a favorite Nintendo game. That's what I wanted to do with
Let's
it.
do that
So,
real quick.
and we can start
Yeah,
with you
let's-
if you want, or end with you.
No, we're going to start with him because we already said what it is. Go.
End with me. Go ahead, Pete. Go ahead. What's your favorite Nintendo title?
Favorite
And why?
Nintendo and why? Super Smash Brothers because everybody's there.
Oh, that's a good reason.
Justin.
Pass. No, I'm going to say, I mean, if I had to pick any Nintendo game, that's my favorite. And we're talking about like first party Nintendo games. Shit, I don't know, dude. Like,
You captured so much of our imagination.
I really gotta tell you, I have put more hours into this game than I have ever put into any other game, and I was so goddamn proud of my no rare candy level 100 Blastoise. I gotta say, like, the Pokemon was definitely one of my favorite games, and I would still play it if it wasn't for the fact that now I find it shallow pedantic.
We have so many fond memories of Pokemon because like when we
Not
first
shallow
got
pedantic,
our
stupid, that's a joke.
when we first got our like Game Boy Colors like for Christmas that one year.
Dude, yeah, dude, fucking.
Me and Sam, me and my brothers, same thing. Game Boys,
Yeah.
the opposite games.
Yeah. So Justin had the clear purple Game Boy.
Oh, nice.
Or was it more
The crystal-
clear?
it was the
blue?
crystal
Crystal
purple.
blue, yeah.
And then I had the solid purple one, and he got blue version. I got red version.
Sweet.
And that's kind of a tradition we had
Older
going
brothers,
back.
Older brothers always get blue version.
My brother still
Because
does that.
first player was always blue. Gunstar Heroes. Justin was always the blue guy. I was always the red guy. It's just how it worked.
Also, because
There's a
Blastoise is
pecking
better than
order.
Charizard.
Yep,
He
Blastoise reigns supreme.
Right there, pound it.
Charizard. Right here.
No,
Yeah. Yes.
fuck fire Pokemon.
I actually picked Venusaur.
Fuck fire Pokemon.
What?
Move on.
Well, I would agree with Justin because of the sentimental attachment we had to the original Pokemon games, even Pokemon Yellow, which we spent hours playing at the bowling alley.
Oh, dude, you know the only thing I didn't like about Pokemon Yellow
It was a
was
Pikachu.
Pikachu followed your
he
ass.
sounds like he's made of static because he was. So he's like,
You're like, the sound bite's so realistic.
oh my god, Pikachu, I choose you, and he comes out like, and then also
Your
like,
speaker broke.
why can't we have a game where they actually put some time into it? Just take the fucking sound bites from the show. Give me a Pokemon Stadium where they say the real name.
It's nostalgia, brother.
But seriously though, it
That's
pissed me
what
off
we need.
how
We
he
need
said
another
it.
Pokemon Stadium game.
We do need another one.
Yeah, like we need another hole, man.
Anyway, so Pokemon. and
No, well,
then-
no. I
whatever.
said I have to agree with you there,
But
but
Metroid.
Castlevania Circle of the Moon
Oh shit!
was the first game I got on the Game Boy Advance,
yeah.
which was such an
Wait,
awesome system.
Are we talking about games that were made by Nintendo?
yeah, we were talking. I think we were talking first party.
Oh, first.
Because I was like,
First
wait a second. If
party.
I could choose any other game,
No,
I have
I think
a
we're
list of
talking
games.
first party here.
Okay.
Like one of the core Nintendo characters and games.
Oh, we're gonna go
Don't say
on.
Mario, I'm gonna hit you.
Well, I did like Mario 64.
Yeah,
It's
Mario-
such a fucking
Yeah,
classic.
it is a fucking-
Had great music. The controls, the whole game blew my mind when I was at that age. I was like, "Whoa, what is going on?"
And you could fly with a fucking flying
Yeah,
cap.
yeah. There was so much to do in that game. You could get lost, and there's a ton of secrets. I like going to that one lava level and just like surfing around on the shell.
Fuck
and just see how long you could do it without getting hit.
Or on the stupid sand level, you get the same bullshit. Yeah.
Except there was like,
that tornado that always threw in that fucking sand pit. I don't get it.
Knocked off your goddamn hat so you die in like 2 hits.
I can't be on the sand. It's dangerous down here. And it's like
Boba Fett syndrome.
Aww.
Womp womp.
Oh, Jared, it's your turn.
Zelda.
Which Zorlda game?
I very, very vividly remember, which is really weird. When I had to have been super young. My dad, I was probably only like 2, but my dad had gotten like an original Nintendo. And when he opened the shiny golden cartridge,
oh my god,
and put it in the Nintendo and gave 2 or 3-year-old Jared the controller, I lost it. I was the happiest kid I could ever be. And the original Legend of Zelda game, looking at it compared to the newer ones now, there wasn't a lot you could do.
No.
You couldn't. You really.
But it
couldn't.
made you do everything on your own.
Exactly.
Plus, Zelda didn't even have the cool swords or anything.
Exactly. You
You didn't catch that? I called Link Zelda. You're not gonna get it.
I was gonna say I like playing as Zelda and swinging the sword and going to rescue the princess.
Hi, my name's Lonk. Yeah. So it was just magical to be able to
That
be.
sounded so gay.
all that razzle dazzle.
This
Not that there's anything wrong with
this hero, right?
Yep.
To see the words on the screen, it's dangerous to go alone. Take this, without having to spend $3 for an add-on. It was great to not have to.
Oh, cheap shot at the next generation.
But that cartridge, though, right?
Yeah.
Let's talk about that some more.
Yeah.
No, there was definitely something really cool about booting up, like
putting in
booting
the
up.
Nintendo game and clicking it down in there.
Ocarina of Time, like the first time you see that title screen and hear that music.
Man, so
Well, back in the day, it was something special. Now, when I hear an emulator, I'm pissed. I'm just like, what happened to you? You could have been so much greater.
yeah,
I'm waiting to see
see,
the next game.
I'm one of those people where if you're like, oh, you like Ocarina of Time, I'm gonna be like, no, Majora's Mask is better, and I'm not gonna get into that right now because there's a lot of stuff.
Link's dead. Anyway, so we're gonna talk about a few more things before we depart.
Right.
One of them, actually, I'm going to spring on you really quickly because I think we should talk about this. This happened during the Thanksgiving break, and it was just really funny. Did you guys watch that Fox News interview with that chick talking shit about Star Wars?
No,
What?
I didn't.
You didn't see that?
No.
I know you saw it, Jared, because
I
you're like,
didn't.
oh, I got my thumb against the pulse of America. You don't say that at all. That's actually just me pantomiming you and saying something that you do not say. So she goes on there basically talking about how Star Wars is a bunch of nerds running around with their nerd sticks and blah, blah, blah. So when I read
So
it...
far, I don't disagree.
No, I don't either.
Well, yeah, I was just saying, like, well, you're pretty accurate there.
If I see a cosplayer at the premiere for Force Awakens, you're getting that thing so far up your fucking ass, it's going to come out of your nose.
Wow.
So, just so you know, if it's a real
Jeez.
lightsaber, that's not going to happen because they burn... No, it's
Oh my god.
So, and you don't even know how they're made. No, like, it wasn't completely inaccurate because, let's face it, a lot of us are very into Star Wars. But then the other part of it...
Vapid.
Part of me told me... I was reading some comments and shit. It brought up the fact that this is probably satirical. And if it's not, she's an idiot. But
she's an idiot.
She's an idiot.
The part that really bothered me, though, is the fact that after this happened, there was a lot of people apparently sending her death threats. They were like messaging her saying, "I'm
That's
gonna
fair
fucking
enough.
kill you" and shit. And I was
I'm
like,
surprised Bill O'Reilly didn't come out and say, I
Trolls
tried to
them
get
out.
tickets, but all the refugees bought all the tickets. to Force
Obama
Awakens
gave 60,000 tickets to fucking refugees
to see him in nice IMAX theaters while Americans have to go
watch it at fucking Regal. Over at the Mayan Theater.
The
on South
Santikos
Side.
Mayan.
Oh my
Where that
God.
guy got stabbed at one time when went to go watch a movie.
You guys are
People
so
got stabbed there a
racist.
lot of times.
Dude, we went to go watch a movie. Guy comes out, he's like, "Yeah, man, sorry, someone got stabbed here."
Yeah,
I'm
just-
like,
So we went to
fuck?
IHOP instead. I
"Mom,
think.
what's up with this? What's happening to our hood?" So no, but yeah, dude, it was pretty crazy that this shit was happening, and it happened. Not a whole lot of people know about it, except that they're Star Wars fans. And I just thought that maybe you guys would have any kind of comment on the bloodlust that was going on for this woman's.
Can you find that video and post it on the page?
I will find that video and post it on the page.
That is definitely... That's the internet. And I'm not going to say that, she deserved it, because honestly, I mean, if you're going to put something stupid out there and not expect some kind of backlash...
Let's make sure we address all the facts, though. Again, she was incredibly condescending. It had to have been satirical, because no one can really believe that stuff about other human beings, and if you can, you're just a vapid asshole. And then also, people completely overreacted with it. And you're
Absolutely.
right. If you put something on the internet, you got to be ready for a response. But then,
did she put it on the internet, or was it on the news? And then
it was on the news, and then they shared. Of course, Fox News is like, look what we did.
The internets.
We talked about Star Wars, aren't we?
We're savvy.
We're trendy.
Yeah.
So yeah, no, it was pretty fucked up. Just kind of wanted to see what you guys think about that.
Honestly, and like I mentioned, if you're gonna put something out like that and you're not expecting a backlash, I mean, sorry to say, you're kind of stupid.
Yeah.
But the other point of that is, we know as adults that have been on the internet for a few years, we know exactly how it goes. You get pissed off at somebody, you start calling them every F word in the fucking...
You call him Frenchie, you call him Phobus, you call him... I don't know why you call him...
Felony.
Yeah, you call him...
Call him phlebotomist.
Yeah, that starts with a P.
PH. Oh, yeah, you're right. Anyway.
Flotsam and Jetsam.
With an F sound.
They, the internet's vapid and it's full of these assholes. I'm not surprised. Did she deserve it? Probably not. I guess a lot of people don't when you really think about it that way. But that's just the way it is, man. That's the human condition. When you have the anonymity on the fucking internet, you're gonna say whatever the fuck
brave,
you want.
yeah.
You're brave as fuck.
When there is no repercussion for anything you do, you get a sense of braveness that you shouldn't.
Yeah, well, I think all of us kind of get that keyboard warrior thing going on sometimes. But the fact of the matter is, you can't put and you read this all the time. People getting butthurt over small things.
Right.
You can't put something on the internet and not expect someone to flame you for it, because it's gonna happen.
Yeah.
If I don't see your face, if I don't know you in real life, if I don't care what you're gonna say because all I have to do is go through and select and block it, boom, dude, I'm gonna tell you what I think, and then if you don't like it, block me.
Exactly. Yeah.
Right? That's what I'm saying. You can't block me in real life.
Unfriend me on Facebook if you don't like it.
Right? Stop following me. What are you doing?
but like the show. Alamo City Geek Speak on Facebook and Twitter.
And also Instagram.
And Instagram.
And then other stuff is coming.
We're working on Snapchat, I think.
So,
now, nobody wants to see a Snapchat.
Nobody wants to see a Snapchat of us.
Yeah, right. Like, what are we going to do? Like, oh, I want Snapchat. Here's a scary face. Bah, make kids cry.
Yeah, let's do that.
Hey, not a good idea. Not a bad idea.
Maybe you could do that on your phone.
So we have actually, I don't know, are we looking at, we're talking about one more episode?
We're talking about maybe two more
two
episodes before the end of this season. That doesn't mean the show is going to end, but we're going to take a break, guys. And then we're going to get into some video content.
We're going to be doing some really neat stuff, and I'm not going to say what we're doing because I don't want to lie to you, so I won't lie to you.
We're going to put up a live stream of Justin just sitting around.
Being angry.
I'm gonna snore and eat corn.
It's not a live stream of Justin playing games. It's a live stream of Justin's life.
It's like Justin TV, except with Justin.
Yeah. It's like Big Brother, but only my Big Brother.
Right? And it's going to make you say, oh, brother. Anyway. No.
We got the tagline already.
Right? Oh, brother. No, we got some really great stuff coming up soon. Some new video content me and Peter will be working on with the help of Brandon and Jared, and then also Sam and Tyler.
We're hoping.
And me and Pete might also be doing a little video segment eventually.
We'll be doing some video segments. We're also not going to just completely neglect the podcasting community because we have an RSS feed to actually get going. We'll be doing more than likely either bi-weekly or weekly podcasts for League of Legends news, stuff that's just coming out, basically in the world of MOBA. Getting that established with Tyler and Sam and my boy Patrick, and then we might just have some regular bullshit guests on our next season of Alamo City Geek Speak. So
that sounds like it might be a plan.
It is a plan.
That sounds like it's a plan. So, unless there's any more business we need to attend to?
None at all. I think we've established that things...
We've made a lot of establishments.
We talked about how Nintendo has one more shot when it comes to the console.
Like J.J. Abrams.
They reign supreme on handhelds. We talked about some games that we've liked from our life, And then also just kind of talking about just some other random stuff with Nintendo. And I
PS
really
Vita.
hope that you liked our little bit on the PS Vita because, let's face it, it's a fucking joke. Anyway, so that's about enough for me. My name is Justin.
My name is Pete.
Brandon.
I'm Jared.
And thank you guys very much for listening. Remember to like and subscribe on YouTube. Follow us on Facebook. Follow us on Twitter. Follow us on Instagram. And you
Follow
guys
us in real life.
follow us in real life, bro. Come on, come at me.
Please don't follow me.
And don't forget to buy 2 get 1 free.
Right?
Minnesota Pete, everybody.
Minnesota Pete. All right, guys, keep on geeking on. You have a good night.
Later, guys.
Nerds!